Hello, welcome. We're playing SpongeBob SquarePants. The Cosmic Shake. I was literally about to say Battle for Bikini Bottom because I just got done playing that a little bit. But we're playing the Cosmic Shake. This is my second playthrough of the game. The first playthrough, I had my ups and downs with it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a second play through it immediately again, and then I'm going to make a video on it, and it's going to be, hopefully, a good video. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. The beginning of the game, we're in Bikini Bottom. We're outside of SpongeBob's house. There's a huge traffic jam, and all the hubba bubble. We have Karen. We have all the original characters coming back. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to show every cutscene because it's going to be too long and all of that. And if you wanna see all the cutscenes and you want to experience the story in its entirety, then buy the game. It's only $40, and I think it's well worth it. If you're a fan of SpongeBob, if you're a fan of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, then you'll like this for the most part. If you're a fan of SpongeBob, you'll like this. If you're a fan of platformers, this is pretty fun. Not really a reason not to buy the game unless you just don't really like SpongeBob or you haven't played Battle for Bikini Bottom, especially the remake of it, then you might not want to get this game. But I don't know, this isn't a review, this is me just playing the game and talking about it while I play the game.
Can I have this?
What, this old piece of magic and mystery? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Madame Cassandra, purveyor of long-lost treasures of the Seven Seas.
I wish? No. I wish? No. I wish... Okay, my first wish is on behalf of my very best friend who loves
May harness the power of the mermaid tears.
I guess it means I was destined to find this bubble soap.
Hey, wait. It also says, property of King Neptune. Not for use by mortals. Use sparingly and with caution. Uh-oh.
As per usual, SpongeBob has once again killed a bunch of innocent bystanders. So basically everybody was split up and thrown into a bunch of different dimensions. I think they're dimensions or something like that. Anyway, we have to go through these magic portals and take people from the worlds, which is a bit confusing because I guess, you know, we have to go save Mr. Krabs, we have to save Sandy, we have to save Gary, and I think... No, Patrick turned into a balloon, so he's with us. And we have to save Pearl and everybody in Squidward. The problem is, as you will see in these worlds, right now we're in a Western kind of looking world. We have to go find Mr. Krabs, even though he was already assimilated into this world naturally, as... It's like he's not like out of place, he's like in it naturally, so but we're only taking him for some reason instead of we're not taking Sandy either. I'm assuming, like I said before, this is because we have to get our specific dimensions characters back, and we can't just take a bunch of all of the characters from one world. I think that's how it works, something like that. I don't know, man. Alright, so we've met up with Mrs. Puff, and in this dimension, she is the seahorse riding teacher, you know, because she's the boating teacher in our dimension. So in this dimension, she's the seahorse riding teacher. Am I even putting that in the right words? I feel like that sentence sounds wrong.
Oh, dear.
Oh, thanks! A license! Yeehaw! Look, it's Sandy! I mean, it's the sheriff! Ouch!
Alright, so we've met up with a familiar looking stranger, and now we have to go get cactus juice and put that cactus juice in the cactus juice barrel. Alright, welcome back. Here we are, loading in again. We're loading because I saved quit. And the problem with this game that I'm going to talk about that I had is that the beginning of the game, especially this first dimension slash world, the Western world, was really boring. Same thing happened on my first playthrough. It was boring to me. I don't know if it's just the theming, the Western theming, it's just kind of generic and it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't really, it just bores me after playing it, you know. I play it for like 30 minutes and then I save quit, get off for a few hours, and then I come back to it. And it was the same thing in my first playthrough. This world was really boring. I'm going to talk about things that I love about this game and things that I didn't like. And this world is the most boring out of all of them. I feel like the other dimensions are just so much better. The first and second dimension just kind of are bleh. I would like to point out real quickly that the dodge roll is incredibly broken. Yeah, Sandy just straight up appears out of nowhere. Apparently she was following us or with us the whole time. I have no idea how or why. She never said she was coming with us. I don't even know how she got on the train. I get it. It stopped moving, but like, where was she? Why didn't she help the whole time? I had to fight a bunch of mobs on that train. I didn't show you it because it was just, you know, like me running through a bunch of mobs, but she just pops up out of nowhere? Is she a magician or something? Like, what the hell? What is this?
Oh, me boyo. That sure taught me a valuable lesson. I don't, but yes.
Now, I might have been a little quick with the dialogue there, but Plankton basically said, "Make my chum bucket stand upright."
I've never been in here. Technically, you
And don't
wait.
Wait.
Ooh. Ooh, now I know why they call them stretch limos. You gotta stretch first.
You think Sandy can?
I have to admit, totally would have expected someone.
Filming starts in 1 minute and 58 seconds. No, 57. Script. 50. Just hurry up.
Sit.
Sign my bicep. Sign it!
Whoa! Larry's gonna need you to bulk up before he signs that.
Larry, can I get your autograph?
Sorry, Larry doesn't sign his own signature.
Just a movie
You guess who we have to save from this dimension?
Unfashionably late, I see. Now get to your marks.
Oh my f***ing god, this shit is so stupid. The karate level is where you unlock the kicking ability. So as you can see, I'm like dive kicking these balloons and stuff. This is the level where you unlock that ability. It's good for movement because it, you know, you move really fast when you go to kick, as you're about to see. I think I failed this like 6 times in a row, by the way, too. Really quickly, I'd like to point out that I'm skipping a lot of this karate dimension slash level because I didn't really enjoy it that much gameplay wise. I mean, it's better than the Western area. The Western area bores me to death. I literally, like, every time I've played through the Western level, I've had to like save quit midway through just and like get off the game because of how boring I am of it, or bored of it I am. But this karate dimension, or I guess this dimension with the karate level is it's more boring I am of it. It's definitely not my favorite mission. It's like probably like my boring I am of it dimension being the Western one, and this is probably boring I am of it for like my least favorite. Alright, I'm gonna redub this in, but basically I said that this gave me really big downtown vibes from Battle for Bikini Bottom. Well, that's because this is downtown, just rethemed as a movie set. This is a problem I had. I guess I just didn't look at the map or name locations of the areas, but all the areas are just rethemed of the original locations. So, of course, it's going to remind me of downtown because it is downtown. Overall, I think this map's really well designed. Alright, so how this part works, Sandy's on the wheel. There's a line of the direction she's going to go, and you have to, like, line that line up with the explosive barrels, and she runs into them and then concusses herself, and then you kick her, and that's how you deal health. And in between doing a bar of health, you have to take out a couple of enemies, and it's pretty simple. It's a really easy fight, to be honest.
So SpongeBob and Patrick managed to rewind their climactic karate clash with the power of cosmic change.
Yep, so just as you were expecting, we took Sandy. That's the person we got from that dimension. Sandy. Alright, so we talked to Cassandra again, and we got our next outfit for the next dimension that we're going to. And as you can probably tell by now, the outfit ties in with the dimension that we go to.
Prepare to be scared with the haunting memory of me ghostly ghost. Go!
So really quickly, our mission is collecting the Flying Dutchman's lost socks. But I think the one thing that I don't like about some of these levels, this is like the one level where every dimension after this Pirate Cove one, I actually enjoy like pretty well. Alright, so I had about 3 minutes of talking there, and I hated basically all of it. So I'm now going to try to re-say what I said without sounding as stupid as I sounded. When I was originally playing through this game, even the second time, I didn't know that these were the original locations rethemed, and I realized that later on after looking at the names. And in the rant, or that I'm now voicing over that you're not going to hear, I go, I wish they had the original locations like Goo Lagoon and like Kelp Forest. When in reality, the game does have Kelp Forest and Goo Lagoon. They're just themed. And my problem with the levels, which I was talking about, it was kind of convoluted, and that's why I'm redoing this, is that I kept saying that they were generic, and I wish there was more iconic locations. When, again, the locations are good and the level design is amazing, my actual problem that I kind of, thought about for a few days, and what really is the problem to me, is that take a look at the western area. The western area is actually Jellyfish Fields. If you were to take any screen, shot from SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom and show them any screenshot of Jellyfish Fields from that game, and then show them a screenshot from the westernized version of Jellyfish Fields, they would have no idea that it's Jellyfish Fields other than maybe like a jellyfish rock formation. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. At least for the Jellyfish Fields one, it's just like you don't even realize that it's Jellyfish Fields because of how overly, I don't want to say overly themed, but just it's the theming hurts it. It's like I didn't even know that it was Jellyfish Fields the first time I played through the game. I literally thought it was just a new location that they made up, when in reality it was just Jellyfish Fields. And other areas, it's more noticeable that you can tell that Kelp Forest is more Kelp Forest. Some levels you don't, which you can't really tell, which I get into later. But just in case, if I say something like later on, I might say like I said before, and to correct myself, when I say like I said before, I'm probably referring to this part right here that I'm now dubbing over because I just absolutely hated what I said. And the video is literally uploaded. It's got 3 hours left to process. I rendered the video, took like 3 hours to render it, took like 2 hours to upload the video, and just now I'm like, you know what? I'm going back in and I'm re-saying, that was like a weird voice crack. I'm going back in and I'm just gonna re-flesh out this entire dubbed in part because I don't like what I said, and I think I just sounded way too dumb for me to wanna commit to the fully uploaded video. So now I get to re-render this video again. I'm probably gonna private the original one and then just copy everything I had over. But yeah, like I said, I honestly think the levels are nice and whatnot. It's just the theming is a bit too much, especially like Jellyfish Fields. You can't even tell that it's really Jellyfish Fields anymore. I don't know. That's how it feels to me. Well, sorry for that rant, but we've helped the Flying Dutchman get his socks, we got our pineapple back, and now we're talking to Cassandra to get our next outfit. What a wonderful outfit, a flower. Alright, so I undoubtedly made the last recording of what I'm about to say way too long. And my mouth was really dry, so it sounded awful. I think I was too close to the mic too, so I don't know. It's different. I'm walking around the teleporter here because I like the theming they have. As you can see, it's got a bit of a Halloween aesthetic around this teleporter, and as you'll see, we're on our way to Rock Bottom, and it's Halloween themed. And really quickly, I gotta take a drink. All right, we're back, and this is Rock Bottom, except it's a Halloween theme. So would you believe me if I told you that it took 2 playthroughs of this game to realize that the levels weren't new levels, but were just themes of old level? They're not the old levels, they're new levels, but I didn't know that, you know, Jellyfish Fields was in the game. I thought that westernized Jellyfish Fields was just a generic western level they made. And it took me until my second playthrough and reading the names of the locations on the map to realize this. The western themed area is actually Jellyfish Fields. I realized this when I paused the game when I was playing this later on in the footage, and I'm like, let me look at the maps real quick. Let me look at the map and just like read the names and whatnot. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is Western Jellyfish Fields, and this is whatever it is, Kelp Forest. And I was like, oh my god, it's just it's just the normal iconic locations from BFBB, but themed differently. The problem is they're themed so differently that I honestly didn't even know they were those locations, or I literally forgot they were those locations. My first thought when I first played the game, that I had, you know, the same thought again when I was playing it, in the western Jellyfish Fields, the western area, it genuinely is more on par with Sandy's Dream from Battle for Bikini Bottom than it is westernized Jellyfish Fields. Alright, I'm gonna cut it right there. There is like 5 more minutes of that, and that's not happening any longer, but here we are. The boss of the Rock Bottom area. It's Gary, and you can cheese this fight, and I'm going to do it right now. That is right. Hold on. Just stand there. Nothing will do damage to you. There's no ads, there's no mobs on this part. All right, and there we go. Yeah, that's a cheese. And then I just literally speed run the rest of this. So let's speed up the footage and I'll show you all of it real quick.
For once in my life, I think I might have been wrong. Maybe I'll just stay here.
Alright, so here we are. This is Kelp Forest, and it's caveman themed? Or Jurassic themed, I guess, like caveman time themed, whatever it's called, yeah. So, yeah, this is Kelp Forest. Again, this is another level that is I guess it's similar to Kelp Forest to an extent. Yeah, I mean, there's all the kelp. I don't know, it's just different than the Kelp Forest from BFBB. Like, the Kelp Forest in BFBB was very, I don't even, like, how would I describe it? Very eerie, you know, like, take the episode, the Magic Conch episode, where SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward all get stranded in the middle of Kelp Forest, and it's just, like, a wall of 700 feet high grass, just in the middle of nowhere with like small openings, like where they are, just a small round opening, and they, you know, there's nothing around them. It's just like a giant wall. That's how the Kelp Forest kind of felt in BFBB. Plus, it was dark in that Kelp Forest, so it just was like an eerie mood, and I really liked the atmosphere and everything. And I mean, this again, the level design's not bad. Like it's very Jurassic, you know, the caveman, you know, old time, you know, caveman times looking, but I don't know, I just don't get the Kelp Forest vibe. Maybe that's just me, and I get it. I mean, they're going for something different. Obviously, they don't want, you know, to have the exact same levels as Battle for Bikini Bottom. They don't just want to, you know, reuse that stuff. They want to make their own assets and make new areas of the map, and they just use the names as, hey, this is the area you're at, and just kind of lightly theme it around that. It's fine. I don't know. It feels like I'm complaining, and I kind of am, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not hating it. I don't really care that much, you know. You know, they're well designed and whatnot, like, they're nice looking, but it's just, like, generic, I don't know, like, the Western Jellyfish Fields, it felt like Sandy's Dream, like I said before, and it just feels very, like, generic Western thing, like the Western DLC for Borderlands 3. I know nobody's played Borderlands 3, it's a dead game, but there was a Western. Alright, so here I am getting the footage because there was no good screenshots of the map, and yo, I last left off playing on that DLC. What are the odds? What are the odds? I just clicked continue on the character.
Figure waited on the rig.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I might have been smoking the Zaza when I said that. So, blood guns, and beer update. I don't know what the DLC was called, but it was like a Western DLC, and it just had the same vibe. It just like kind of looked the same. Just the very, small town. Everything is sand. Everything's like orange colored, you know. Orange and like whitish orange, I guess. What color even is sand? What's the color of sand? Alright, so here we are at our next boss. It's Pearl. And we have to save Squidward. That's it. We have to save Squidward from Pearl, because Pearl's gonna eat him. I don't really know what she's gonna do with him. It's not like she has him dangling over a fire. He's kind of just hanging upside down. The man's got 8 legs. How do you not get yourself out of that? You know? Like, come on. You gotta be better than this.
Taylor Foo, SpongeBob! Taylor Foo!
Huh?
Oog! Squawk trapped here with 2 morons? No!
Unga jokey. Squidward, I don't know if you've known.
Looks like Squidward's vocabulary.
Madam Cassandra will help.
Alright, so after dooming Squidward to speak caveman for the rest of his life, we've got our next costume for our next area. And can you guess what the area is going to be based off the costume? Let me know in the comments. Or just wait a couple of seconds until I show the scene. Well, so as you just saw, that was me in-game realizing in the menu that the locations are not generic. I mean, well, I don't want to say they're not generic, but they're the actual locations that I said should have been in the game because I didn't think they were. Yeah. Like I said, I already talked about it before how, you know, to me, just some of the locations don't look like how you would expect them to, or at least how BFBB represented them, I think, in like the best way possible. Like, it's just not the same vibe. I mean, it's fine, whatever. It's a different game. I don't care. They want to do something different. I don't mind. I mean, the maps are supposed to be different. They're themed. It's an alternate dimension or whatever is going on in this game. I don't even know. It's like Back to the Future dimension type. We're not going to think about it too hard type deal. But yeah, so we're at the next dimension. This is a medieval dimension. I have no flippin' idea what theme this is, or like, well, the theme is medieval, but I don't know what map this is. Like, I don't know what the original town is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Jellyfish Fields, it was Western Jellyfish Fields. What area is this supposed to be? It's a medieval area, but what theme is this on top of? I have no idea. Not a clue. Maybe it's its own original area. It literally could be. Jellyfish Fields, I thought was. But, like... Alright, with whatever that was out of the way. Next, we have to get pro-aging cream for this witch. And in return, she'll give me the unicorn. That's it. We're just trading aging cream for a unicorn. And then we're gonna use the corn... oh my god, we're gonna use the unicorn. I don't even know what we're gonna do with the unicorn. It's just a faster horse. That's why we want. I don't know. Like, we might end up killing it and eating it. Who knows? All right, we did stuff, and now we have the unicorn. Alright, so I'm gonna add some more commentary here, because I love this room. The first time I played it, I was like, okay, like, hey, the maps might be generic, and they might be boring, but there are parts of them that I really like, and this is one of them. I don't really care about the medieval dimension too much. It's meh. It's in the middle ground for me for maps. I think the Western Jellyfish Fields is still my least favorite area, but I love this room. I think it's just like I don't even know how to like, there are beds in water. There's like water in the castle. For what reason? We don't know. Why are there beds here? There's no reason for it. It's out of the ordinary. It's wacky. It's crazy. I love it.
Oh, it's Princess Pearl.
Alright, for this next room, we're gonna get Pearl, and we do that by making cakes for people. We're just gonna make a bunch of cakes. The first time I played this area, it was annoying, really annoying because you're trying to deliver the cakes and then like mobs just keep spawning and you're trying to complete it fast. At least I am. I don't know. It's like I'm just trying to speed run this shiznit, I guess. Is that, I'm gonna use that. We're not gonna censor that. And it was annoying, and it's still annoying, but I did it, so whatever. I don't care.
You two need a little break from the dance floor.
This buffet is all you can beat.
May I have this dance? SpongeBob!
This
Best part.
Alright, spoke to Cassandra, got her next costume. It's the costume that we started with. But if you remember, I probably actually didn't show it, or maybe I did. Anyway, this is the costume we were going to wear to go to Glove World. So we're finally going to, like, the best location in the game. Let's get this on with already. This is like my favorite part of the game. I'm going to try to fill this a little bit with commentary. But I spent, I kid you not, almost 15 minutes looking for Mrs. Puff. I have to secure the jelly. Look at main objective right there. This is sped up by 800%. I had the same problem when I first played. I spent almost 15 minutes looking for Mrs. Puff until I realized that to find her, I had to stand directly on top of this building. We're almost there. Finally, we're at my favorite level, favorite map, favorite part of the game. I love the level design of this. This is really reminiscent of the level design and how it captures the atmosphere, at least for Battle for Bikini Bottom, the atmosphere of the original maps, you know, the arenas, the boss arenas, if you remember, like Robo Sandy, Robo Patrick, Robo SpongeBob, you know, the atmosphere, especially the Robo Patrick arena. It's like so gritty and oh my god, it's just like the atmosphere on it's amazing. I love the arena. I love the Glove World area. I just like it's spot on. It's perfect. This map, this area is literally what made me want to replay the game again. Just so I can play Glove World again. I was like, you know what? I'm going to play through the entire game again. Because Glove World redeemed the game for me that much. I mean, I didn't hate the game to begin with. It's just some of the levels were, you know, like I said, just not, just sitting well with me. But Glove World really assured me, yeah, they know what they're doing. It's, I really liked Glove World. I enjoyed it because obviously it wasn't a Battle for Bikini Bottom. So this is a full-on new area. Funny enough, the actual new area that isn't just a re-themed older area. You know, we didn't have Glove World in Battle for Bikini Bottom, so the fact that we have it and the fact that it's the best map really shows that, hey, they can do their own original levels and do them really, really well. And I like that. And I like this area. It's fun.
So lonely. It's just hard to see your childhood heroes hit rock bottom.
Don't worry, Patrick. I have something with me that can cheer up our friend.
A Squidward action figure?
Even better. Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants, this time you took things too far.
Well, well, well. His Royal Highness finally decided to show up.
This snail oil saleswoman broke into my royal bath time chamber and stole my bubble soap. She never posed any real danger until your can-do attitude enabled her. Do you have any idea how much power she'll wield once she has enough jelly?
Silence! I am now the queen of the ocean, and with the power of the cosmic jelly, I will reshape the seas according to my wishes.
SpongeBob, I have tolerated your annoying little slip-ups for years now, but I have had it. Because of you, I have been kidnapped, I had to relearn to speak, and my toilet is clogged with jelly. Enough is enough. You know what? It's not that bad. I'll just get the plunger.
You're going nowhere, my delicious little rage muffin. You have the perfect attitude to be my new pet.
Alright, so I know I just showed that entire cutscene, and that's one because I kind of replayed the game also because I accidentally skipped that cutscene, the one that you just saw. I skipped it my first playthrough by accident. I went back and watched it on YouTube, but I was like, well, I might as well replay the game again and actually experience it for like real. And anyway, this boss is pretty easy to cheese. You just kind of stand in the middle platform and you don't really have to do much, genuinely. I'm gonna show this whole fight. It's just gonna be sped up. So yeah, here it is. It's just an easy cheese boss fight.
Oh, Squidward, I'm so glad you're back to normal.
Ugh, what happened? And why does my mouth taste like jelly?
I have to hand it to you, SpongeBob. Your quirky approach did what the Royal Guard failed to do. You apprehended Madame Cassandra. Of course, you also empowered her to nearly destroy us all. But that's jelly under the bridge now. As a reward for your outstanding bravery, I shall grant you one final wish, so make it count.
After today, there's only one thing I could wish for, and that is...
That was fun! I wish we could do it all over again!
Patrick, no!
Alright, and with that, Patrick has doomed us to relive this horrific nightmare all over again for eternity. Forever. This will never be finished. This will be repeated for the rest of time, and I will have to suffer through this forever. Checking out the entrance of Glove World, as you can tell, there's just the theming of the teleporters I love. You know where the teleporter is, and I like the theming. It's just nice. It's just nice. It's good map design. The design of this game is great. A lot of thought went into it. It's well-made game. We don't get a lot of well-made games nowadays. And yeah, we're back at Glove World because I'm gonna do some side missions. Only for Glove World. I might come back and do the rest of them, you know, not recording, just on my own time, because I don't really feel like going through all of them and making a video out of it, and it could pad out this video. I could probably do that, but I'm not going to. So we're just going to do the Glove World one. I thought you were able to ride the Fiery Fist of Pain. You can't. You can't ride the Fiery Fist of Pain roller coaster. It's upsetting. I literally thought there was a cutscene that showed it, like, unlocking or something. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I really wish you were able to go on that. That would have been cool. You can't, so it's a bummer. It's just kind of like this ominous looming thing in the background of the map. But whatever, at least we got Glove World, and it's fun. It's the side missions in this game are fun. Everything about it is fun, and Gary's going to stay a giant big monster snail because I never fixed him.
We have a champion.
You did it! You made the... I appreciate your coming back to my park after...
His best friend from the clutches of a maniacal mascot.
I took down Glovey once, and I can do it again.
I am so lonely.